Well. We are back. Swancentric Talks live with Mike B and Swany T. Have a extra special guest live with us tonight. This is an impromptu show, but I think that it is a well deserved and a well timed. And they say timing is everything. Welcome back to Swancentric Talks live,
Hi,
Swany T.
thank you. Thank you for hosting me, first of all.
We would
And
not
yeah, it's very special.
I would not have it any other way. We are at a location in Las Vegas. I won't say where, but we'll call it an undisclosed location in Las Vegas on holiday. And I think this is a wonderful opportunity to do just a very brief sit down. We'll call it a catch up show on things that are past, present, and current. The last show that we did, last interview that I did with you, it was actually on site in Israel earlier in this year, and
Right.
I really liked the format. Got a lot of good press, a lot of good attention, and I was compelled to do a part two. So thank you for agreeing to do a part two. I know I've
Here I
been
am.
bugging you
Here I am.
to do that. So salute. I'm behind the camera, of course. I enjoy being behind the camera, and but you look so good on camera. So never mind me. It's
Thank
all
you.
about you this evening. I'm sipping, by the way. So salute to all those sippers out there. But let's get on with the interview. This is a very maybe a little clunky. I do have some talking points, and we're gonna jump right in. Swanny T, the latest news, hot off the press. The hostages, 20 hostages or so were released a day ago. I believe it was October 13th, maybe 2 days ago. A huge, monumental event that happened, unprecedented. And as we know, President Donald Trump and his entourage took a lot of credit for that. What is your thoughts on it? And tell me what the vibe is, because I know that you're tapped in, the family is tapped in. What's the Israeli vibe from your perspective?
Well, the vibe. Well, the fact is that I'm not in Israel. I kind of I feel like I kind of missed it. I kind of missed the whole event because I haven't been able to follow it live because
You're traveling.
we were traveling, but not just that. It was the time difference. As everything was unfolding and happening, I was sleeping. So I try to follow it. I try to follow the news, and I got bits and pieces. So in terms of vibe, I can tell you that I know it was a very very joyful event. That's for sure. That's 100% because I know how it was with the previous uh, release of the, the hostages from 6 months ago and from a year ago. People were just ecstatic. This time around, it's kind of different because there is a kind of like a peace agreement involved in this. So
Yes.
we're also with the release of the hostages, we're also hoping for the end of this war. So this is really a big deal. And actually, some news channels actually declared this is the end of the war. I hope this is the case. I really do.
As
Yeah.
we all. Now, interesting enough, and maybe you can kind of briefly mention that. And I wasn't really up to speed with it. You were a little bit more tapped in with the events on the 13th. So it marked just about the 2 year anniversary of the war, and President Trump appeared in Israel before the governmental council in Israel, and my understanding was it was quite a spectacle.
I also bits and pieces. I read an article very very briefly, And I actually didn't hear the whole speech
Yes.
of Trump at the Knesset. We call it the Knesset in Jerusalem. But I've heard that there were some jokes, going around, and um, it was kind of like a show. If you want a stand up comedy, that's what I call this. A lot of laughing, a lot of joking, a lot of kidding. But at the end of the day, it was, like you said, a monumental achievement. So let's see what unfolds after that.
Absolutely. So the word of the day is peace, and let's hope peace lasts.
Yes, for sure.
So, with that being said, moving forward in the future of Israel is that we hope that peace is on the horizon, not only between Israel and Palestine and the individuals in Gaza and the West Bank, but we hope for peace in the entire Middle East, and I believe that is what everyone is shooting for, and so I would say. From my opinion, I have high hopes, and I'm looking forward to having open travel back to Israel. I love Israel, as you know,
Yes,
and just bringing some sense of normalcy back to Israel because we desperately need a sense of normalcy.
hopefully.
Any thoughts? Any thoughts on that?
um, Normalcy.
Normalcy. Let's talk
Where
about
does
normalcy.
where does normalcy live? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we are in Las Vegas here. I don't even know if we can talk about normalcy. I don't know. From all the things that we've seen, it's far from normal.
Right.
But someone's normal is um, someone's abnormal. Like this is very relative.
Well, speaking about normal, let's shift gears just a little bit. We are wrapping up the annual high holidays in Israel. Now, you and I have spoken in depth regarding the high holidays. We had break it down from break down because I want to get the words right. I want to get the events right. Break down the high holidays for this year from name, event, and time frame, and what happens to what are some of the events that happen during this time? I know there are meals, there's eating, there's building of this structure. Break it down. Break it
Uh,
down. Let's break down the high holidays for our audience who really do not know all the ins and outs of the high holidays. Break it down for us.
well, the high holidays is first of all, it's during the month of the Hebrew month called Tishrei. The name of the month is Tishrei. And during this month, there are several um, holidays that follow each other, right after one after the other,
Okay.
but they are very connected. And there's a very logic to why they are connected and why one is before the other. So starting with Rosh Hashanah, I think a lot of people know of Rosh Hashanah, which is the new Jewish year,
Okay.
and it's apart from the meal, of course, because at every holiday we gather around and we have a festive meal where we sit down and we have, delicious food and a family, reuniting and everything. But there is a ritual with this meal. But apart from that, there is also a preparation spiritually, and that starts actually the month before with prayers, because the new year in the Jewish faith is not it's not a big party like everybody thinks. It's, hey, it's the new year. Let's party. It's
Correct.
midnight. Yeah.
Yes.
No. The Jewish New Year is all about going to the temple and praying.
Yes.
Please forgive me. Please forgive me for my sins. It's kind of heavy, actually.
Okay.
It's kind of heavy. It's kind of serious, even. And we pray for the redemption of our sins, basically. That's what it is, Rosh Hashanah.
Okay.
Because it's a preparation, really, for the big judgment day, which comes 10 days after Rosh Hashanah,
Okay.
which is Yom Kippur.
Okay.
Okay, the Yom Kippur is like it's like the boss of all Jewish holidays. Yom Kippur is, if you made it to Yom Kippur, you're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, like, we talk about on Rosh Hashanah when the gates of the heaven are open. Okay, and we also say on Rosh Hashanah, may you be written in the book of life. What does it mean? Because when the Creator, when we believe in the Creator, of course, uh, um, He writes down our names for the rest of the year, and we call it the book of life because because Rosh Hashanah is a rebirth. We kind of like start on a new page, a blank page, right? So on this blank page, we write down our name with all the good things that are going to happen to us.
Okay.
So that's what some people may wish to you on Rosh Hashanah. May you be written in the book of life. And on Yom Kippur, the gates close. Like this is your last opportunity on Yom Kippur. And that's why we fast. We fast from sunset to the next sunset.
Okay.
And then that means that we are wishing to people to be written and to have a good year, basically. And right after this, maybe a few days later, we have Sukkot, which is the holiday. I'm not sure how you say it in English. Tabernacle.
Say it in Hebrew.
Sukkot.
Okay.
That's how we say it.
Okay.
Where we build a cabin and we eat, and some sleep for 7 days in this cabin, which is a reminder and takes us back to the time of when the Jewish people were in the desert, and this a lot of meaning why we do that. But it's also one of the 3 holidays where the Jewish people used to go on pilgrimage to the temple.
Yes.
So there is Sukkot, there is Shavuot, and there is Passover. There's these 3 holidays during the year. And when we, as a pilgrimage, we would do sacrifices and so on.
Wow. Okay. And where are we now? We just wrapped up the high holidays on Monday. Oh, no, actually today.
Yes. So we are Sukkot ended,
Okay.
and right following Sukkot is something called Simchat Torah,
Okay.
which is when we celebrate basically the new. Because in the Torah we read the chapter of the Torah every week. That's like the portion
Okay.
of the Torah. Each Torah chapter is read.
Yes.
So during the whole year, and on Simchat Torah, we started all over again.
Okay.
So basically, this is that celebration. But it's all ended now, and
Back to school and back to work, right?
Yes, exactly.
Very nice. Very nice. Now, some of your initiatives and projects that you are engaged in right now, heavily engaged in, is you are deeply involved in social media and promoting your platforms,
Right.
specifically Back to Swan and Back to Swan 2. Now, this is Swancentric Media, which is also in that universe of content creation, that umbrella. But specifically, your project, your baby is Back to Swan and Back to Swan number 2. You also have a presence on Fine Art America, which is a platform that's international, that's exclusive to professional and amateur artists that sell art, and not only art but sell merchandise as well. and we'll plug that later. In our comment section of our live broadcast. But let's talk briefly about some of your channels and some of the work that you've done. I've seen your catalog, your food catalog, and I am impressed. Let's talk about it.
Well, back to Swan. Back to Swan. I'm on, yeah, I'm on Instagram. I'm on X, and I'm on TikTok and YouTube. Basically, most of the platforms, the major ones.
Let's talk
Um,
food.
that's Back to Swan 2. So
Okay.
Back to Swan, the regular one, the original, is more artistic, meaning like photography and writing.
Okay.
The Back to Swan 2, I created it as a the motivation was really to show something else that I like to do, which is cooking. And also, I started like this series of vlogs and Back to Swan 2 on YouTube regarding something that I go through and I have, which is sleep apnea.
Okay.
And losing weight, yes, losing weight, because this is part of it. This
Yeah.
is part of it. When you have sleep apnea, you kind of deal with that as well. So I talk about that. It's very genuine, and it's sharing recipes and sharing things that I do for my family. So yeah, it's food, um, and yeah, I like to share all this. Uh,
I'm going to put you in the hot seat. Are there any tidbits, any tips, any tricks of the trade that you can share with us on your cooking technique? Because again, as an outside observer, you plate extremely well. You create extremely well. Restaurant quality, might I add. Gourmet restaurant quality, might I add. Any tips, any tricks? How much prep work? How
uh,
much prep work do you use to put into your work? And again, those who doubt me, check out Back Swan 2, correct?
yes,
To
on
see
YouTube
that. So share it with them.
and on
Any
TikTok for
tips
them.
you may have for us?
Well,
Because I can't do that. There's no way I could cook like you.
no. I'm sure you can. It's all about. I think it's enjoying it. I
Okay.
really enjoy it. I really get it excited. I really think about it before I start cooking. So I go. It's like this thought that I have in my mind already. Okay, today that's what I'm going to do, and I already see it in my mind how it's going to be presented.
Yes.
But tips, it's really nothing difficult. I really base my food on what I already have in the house.
Okay.
I don't always go specifically and especially to the market or to the supermarket to get what I want for that particular day. So I really base everything on what I have already in my refrigerator or in my
Okay.
house. After that, it's all in the plating. I really do things that are simple, things that home cooking, especially for that I cook for my kids.
Yes.
So these things still need to be kids friendly. So there's nothing really like too gourmet or too complicated. It's really taking a simple meal. Sometimes it's like a baked sweet potato, okay,
Okay.
with toppings and a salad on the side, but it's all about the plating,
Making it
how
pleasing
you
to the
make it,
eye.
yeah, and using these colors like popping colors,
Okay. Okay.
and just making it, appealing to the eyes is always going to be tasty.
Do you think that's in itself is a form of art?
Yes, sometimes you could compare a beautifully plated food as a painting.
Okay.
Sometimes people say, wow, it looks like a painting.
Yes.
But there are so many beautiful plates, that are not even
Well, you
comparable.
you're up there. You're up there with some of the greats. So
Wow.
again, but if you don't trust us, check out Back to Swan 2 on YouTube. You'll be pleasantly surprised. So while we're here, I do know that you've been working also as a side project in publishing writings, some writings or poetry in conjunction with your photography. Give us a brief snapshot of what your intent is for the future of your creating that particular type of content for publishing.
Um, well, I've never published anything.
Okay.
I've been writing for a few years now, and I never thought of publishing what I write. But I think that I came to a point where I want to gather everything and put it into a booklet, I suppose, a poetry book, and combine it with some of my photography, because my photos and my texts are very, very connected.
Okay.
So right now, I'm in the middle of writing some new material that I will integrate with my older texts. And so it's in the making. It's in the making, and hopefully it will come to life very, very soon.
You're doing a bit of diving into AI as well to help facilitate um, some with putting together your art catalog, or no? Is that
Absolutely
something?
not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. I do not. I understand the tool. I understand the help that it can bring,
Yes.
but as a writer, I do not use AI at all.
Spoken like a true
No,
artist.
no, no.
I'm sorry, I can't speak.
It's not
I
gonna
can't say that
happen.
for myself. I love AI, and those who have seen my content know who AI Victoria is.
Yeah,
So,
that's true. That's true.
but much respect for abstaining from that particular type of technology.
Well, to me, when you talk, I mean, of course, you can be creative and use AI as well. It's not something that is uh, uh, in contrary. But when you're going to take something as like poetry,
Yes,
usually when you write poetry, it really comes from a place that is very, very deep, and very, you think about it. You the words they come, they are very personal. Everything that you put on that paper is very, it's connected to you. It's a part of you.
yes,
So when you're going to use AI, it's almost like somebody else. It's almost like um, how do you call this, a third party.
yes.
In To me at least, it would feel like it's not mine. I wouldn't feel right about it.
Gotcha. Understood. No, absolutely. Spoken like a true artist. Before we close out, you again, we're somewhere in Las Vegas, and I believe those who check out your content might be pleasantly surprised to see um, a, um, a very spontaneous live event on Instagram, TikTok.
TikTok.
And if you look at that content, if you go to what is your TikTok channel?
The Back to Swan TikTok.
Back to Swan TikTok, you'll find out exactly where Swany T is hiding out in Vegas. Um, this was an event. I won't tell it what the event is, but check it out on TikTok.
On live.
Um, TikTok Live, and we're out there having a good time. Have you had a good time thus far in Vegas? And what is on your schedule for the next few days?
I love love going to Vegas. It's not my first time. There's always a lot to do there.
What is this, your fifth time?
Yeah, about my fifth time. But it's always a, you know what? It's always a discovery for me, and it's always a good time. Las Vegas never, has never been a disappointment so
Okay.
far.
Okay.
What is on my schedule?
Heading north, heading south.
We'll
My
see.
understanding that there's some storms in the area, so
Yeah.
you may end up north.
Yeah,
You may end up south.
Even snow. We've heard there were like snow already falling in the north of California. But
So stay tuned for the next
yeah,
live,
stay
wherever
tuned,
you may end up.
Stay tuned, but we will be going on a road trip very soon.
We may end up in the Wild Wild West somewhere in a western town.
Very possible. Very possible.
With horses and things like that.
Yeah.
Well, Swany, thank you so much for tapping back in with us, tapping in with keeping Swancentric Talks alive and well. I apologize. I have not gone live or posted in quite some time, actually since the Charlie Kirk incident.
Yeah.
I don't know why. That just really zapped so much out of me, and I've got to get back into this. I feel horrible that I have not been able to just sit behind the camera and just talk about things, because there's so much that's going on.
Yes.
Tremendous amount of things that are going on, and I have so many interesting topics to talk about. It's just I've got to get back into the groove.
And you will very soon.
And I appreciate that. So with that being said, I'm going to close out so that you can wind down your evening and call it a night. So with that being said, thank you everyone for joining us for this impromptu show, Swancentric Talks with Swany T. This is an exclusive interview, and we will have more content coming your way in the very near future. We'll check back in and give us a goodbye, Swany T.
Perfect. I'm looking forward. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.